Go ahead, John.
All right, guys. I got a couple things, and hopefully I don't take long because I know we got to keep the meeting going. But it's very interesting that we have a case that's going to the state Supreme Court. You know, we don't have the date, we don't know when it's going to happen, all that, but we are headed in that direction. And we are not going to accept, no, we are going to keep going. I can tell you that right now. I gave them a clear message at that committee that I had 4 different law firms working on this, 2 title companies, and a whole bunch of people working on my behalf to get this thing done. I gave them a clear message, and that clear message still stands. We talk about education. You know, we are educated. We are going to do this. But it's going to take all of us to do it. Maybe we just get one through the door to get this ball rolling. And that's what it's going to take, guys. You get one through there. Because once we open that door, it can't be closed again. That's the way it happens. We talk about lobbying. The little lady over here that was up here at the union. We're lobbying. We've been lobbying for 3 years. We talk about education. We went out and educated people. Sam Gutierrez was having meetings at his house to educate people. Is that correct, Sam? We went and did everything people were up here talking about. But if we're going in different directions, we're not listening. We have to stand together, people. And I'm going to give you just a little example. Now, on this side right here, I want y'all to say no mas.
No mas.
Okay? Right here, I want you to say no mas.
No mas.
Now I want y'all to say it over here.
No mas.
Okay, now everybody say it.
No mas.
Which one was louder? Everybody. And that's the message we got to send to the state of Texas, that no mas, you're going to do this to me. We're going to stand for our rights. We're going to do everything you're telling us and more. And we're going to get legislators to start changing some stuff too. We are lobbying very hard, aren't we, Sean De La Garza? So when people stand up here and say, we're not doing enough, or we're not doing anything, that upsets me. Now, we talk about education, officials. They know we're coming, people. Get over it. You know why they know that? Because we have lobbyists in the state of Texas and in the federal government. You know what they're talking about? The Galan family's coming. And get ready. Because they're bringing a whole lot of other people in this fight. And that's where y'all come in. Because together we can do this, people. We have to unite. We have to be strong. We have to educate each other. And sometimes time's not on our hands. We've lost a lot of people doing this. You know. But what do we say?
No mas.
No mas. Exactly. Now I want you to take that back with you to your family and tell them, look, no mas. I'm not going to be told no mas. I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to accept this and just go home and watch TV. I want to bring more people. I want more people to be involved and get going with this. We talk about Mr. Jerry Patterson. He was up here. He just said it. You know he's on our team? You know what he said, that 1%? What did he say about that 1%? That he's going to follow it and get it in, right? Guess who's going to do it? He didn't want to really elaborate a bunch on it, but he's on there. He's in it. He's doing all that stuff. He's on it. We have some other senators and all that. They're fixing to start making noise. But we got to help people to support them to make noise. Right now they're quiet, they're dormant, but we're fixing it, light it up. Okay? We talk about what message we're trying to send to the state. The message we're sending is pretty much no mas. I want to be heard. I want something to be done about it. You know, and in your endeavor, your family might split and come back together and say some words and stuff. You know what? That's family. Get over it. We got to move on. Because who is the person that's trying to divide you and do what they want with you? It's the state of Texas. Because if they keep y'all divided, you ain't going to get nothing done. You got to unite. You got to come together and do and step. I'm not asking you to be in back of me, in front of me, side. I want you to just be there and move together as one unit. You know, the Bais have had a lot of battles, believe me, and it hurts me. So when we take this, we think of everybody to move forward. But we have to think of each other too, people. We have to think of Nick Bai, Sean De La Garza, James, Sam. We got to think of everybody when we're doing this. When we're carrying this book and telling people, listen to the message, people. It's there. That's what God does. He sends us messages all the time. We just sometimes ain't listening. That's our problem. And maybe this will shake everybody up to stand up because we are there. We'll take it to the Supreme Court and I will tell them they're lying. We have the power, we have the people behind us, and now with the senators and all that are going to push, we just need y'all to help push. Because it's a lot easier and it tastes a lot better when everybody's behind each other to get this thing done. But when he's by himself over in the corner, how's he going to get up? How's he going to build this church by himself? But when everybody get together, everybody builds a church, right? That's what church is. The group coming together to build it. Make it stronger. It's the same thing here, people. We got to build it and get stronger and move ahead. We talk about the things, you know, what's coming up, what is about to happen. Stay informed. Use what Sean De La Garza, John Falcone, Paul, and everybody else that's in this organization that's put Nick Bai to help channel. And there's other groups out there that are coming together with this group to channel that education, to channel that information, to get y'all informed. Stay informed. Ask the questions. Do what they're asking, to come together. Fill this room up. Tell everybody. Go out there and holler. We're going to do this. Because what are we going to say?
No more.
What? I can't hear you.
No more.
And can the state hear that?
Yes.
There you go. But that's what we need, people. We need to do it with love. We can't be hate. We got to put hate aside. But when you do it with love, it opens doors. Understand that. We're not going to do anything with hate. We're going to do it with love. And I guarantee we'll get through that door. So, I'm pretty much done unless anybody has any questions. If not, then I'll turn it over to Sean De La Garza.
We're going to have a question session in about an hour as well.
So we can always come back and answer anything if you think of anything. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Johnny.
Thank you.
Oh, she is. Oh, go
Well,
ahead.
just like the lady with the Farm Workers Union.
Right.
They started out with 1,000, and by the time they got to Austin, they had 10,000.
Exactly.
So why don't you let us and inform us throughout all the groups or paperwork, the newspaper, whatever. Why don't you tell us when you're going there, and why not have a rally before you go? And it could be called the Galan Rally,
Right.
and I'll be there.
Right, and that's what we're going to do through Sean De La Garza, Nick Bai. They're going to put together, and we're going to set it up to where we show them in numbers that we're there for business, people, and we're not going away. Because let me tell you, we have the proof. We own it. Period. They don't. Period. They just, like I told them, are they willing to listen to reason and do what's right? That's by the law. I'm not asking them to break the law. I'm asking them to do the law and support it. That's all I'm asking. So then when I tell them, no mas. Thank you.
When I say they're carrying the torch, I mean they are. They're one of many, but they're likely to succeed, at least in my prayers. That was John Loyal. Okay, Johnny Loyal. Next, our speaker is Rosie Garcia. She is with the Joaquin Chapa family. And I would also have to correct myself. I said Star when it was Webb County for y'all. Two border counties. You know, you just look at it, Kennedy, Cameron, you know, you just look at it, Nueces, Star, it's that Nueces Strip. I mean, the highest point of contingency that I have seen. I travel to these meetings all over the states. I'd just like to point out, I go to, you wouldn't believe, El Paso, I go to Lubbock, I go to Texarkana, and I listen to groups, speak before groups, and they all talk about their vested interests in the Nueces Strip. So while they're up there, they're talking about the Nueces Strip, which is why I think Nicholas Bailly is just really opened so many eyes into a different way to see it. And we appreciate that. We appreciate the diverse views of people to help us understand the positions for other families or for other entities on how they have to mitigate or administrate the property or the services, whether it be a government agency, an oil company, a family, attorneys for a family. It's just very nice to hear. While we may not agree with it, at least we're hearing what they're saying, or we're hoping to hear what they're saying. They're saying something, hope we hear it. Again, as with the Galan suit, Rosie Garcia is going to explain. Where are you, Rosie? Come on down. Rosie's going to explain what's happening with her family. We're going to give her the full half hour, and if we encroach upon a break, that's so be it, because I think it's more important. So again, this is the Joaquin Chapa. All these families, you know, need to try to work together. Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rosie Garcia, as they said. I have been in the mortgage industry for over 20 years. So I just wanted to explain that, you know, I'm familiar with warranty deeds, deeds of trust, title documents, and so forth. So if you've ever purchased a home and gone into close